Hello baby whales, how are you all doing today? Today is now February, Thursday, the 8th, and we are going to talk about Ripple. It's about 11 p.m. right now. If you guys enjoy my videos and the content, I'd really appreciate an upvote on Steemit. Make sure you guys also like, subscribe, and share to the material and content on YouTube and Twitter if you guys actually like it. Always support me if you guys truly believe that I'm doing an awesome job. So let's talk about Ripple. Before we do, I want to make note that I firmly believe that Bitcoin is still going to correct to somewhere between, you guys don't want to hear this, but about $4,500 to possibly $5,500. And Ripple is no exception. Like most coins, if not all coins, they're always subject to what Bitcoin does, and Ripple loves to follow Bitcoin. What I've noticed about Ripple the most is that Bitcoin started its correction around December 17. Ripple didn't start its correction until January 4th. And what ended up happening was that despite Ripple being about, how many days is that? 17 days behind? We're now caught up entirely to the correction phase of Bitcoin. That's very fast. We're talking about like a 20-day head start about. And now Ripple is actually caught up to it and is in the exact same type of pattern that I see here right now, which is actually really scary when I think about it, because lots and lots is actually going on right now. So let's talk about Ripple and let's see what we can count with our Elliot wave analysis. So I'm going to go on the daily chart first of all, which makes a lot more sense in general. Now, the way I'm seeing Bitcoin, I've been doing Bitcoin so much lately, is that this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'll change it to a primary, just so it'll make sense for all the professionals out there. So let's make this a professional one. I'm no professional, guys. Actually, let's go to minor. It's better. And then here, we see a simple ABC corrective pattern in here as well. It makes 3 beautiful waves up. ABC, right? So this is the ABC that people were probably jumping on it. That's a corrective pattern, and we can gauge how strong this downtrend was based on how much it bounced up. So if we take our Fibonacci, so if you guys don't know what Fibonacci is, go to the left here, go drop down menu, find Fib, and click on where the origin began, and then go to the top here, around right there, and go to the bottom. So what you guys, sorry, I took the wrong one. Yeah, so Fib right there. And what we see clearly is that this is actually hitting about the 782 Fibonacci region. So it's really not that high, right? So you'd almost call this like a dead cat bounce. It wasn't really that great of a trade in general here at all. So, but you know what, people were still happy with taking this trade, I'm sure, because they gained themselves a possible, what kind of percent did they gain here? They gained a possible 100%, right? So they pretty much doubled their money there, which was awesome for the people that bought into that position. So if you guys caught the very bottom here of this wave 5, you make some pretty good money actually in general, okay? So you take one there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you catch the A correction down over here. Now let me show you guys how this is actually counted. So what we're looking for is we're looking for an ABC type of corrective pattern like this. And it can come in so many different ways. Like we're talking about an unbelievable amount of ways. So we try to find 5 waves coming down like that, which actually makes a 5 pattern. And this one's a 3. And the last one as well, we're also trying to look for this pattern like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like this. So this would be known as a 5-3-5 corrective pattern. And they are seen very often. But most likely though, they tend to fail. And when they fail, they make something like this. I'll show you guys. A, B, C like this. And then, if that fails, we call this point an X. Every time it gets to a C position, it tries to break out into an impulse wave. And if it fails, we call this X. denoting failure. And then we get another type of extended correction. So let's hope that something like that doesn't happen, okay? Happens quite often, then we get into this very long lull for like a cup and handle type pattern as well. So I'm doing pretty well right now for my Bitcoin position. I'm $40 up on Bitcoin already, and yeah, it's kind of just what I do all day. I have my limit order set at 79.44 over there, and I'll keep you guys up to date with what I'm at right now when this gets a little bit higher. Excuse me there. So what we noticed about Bitcoin, I'll show you guys this right here, is that on the Bitcoin daily chart, okay? On the Bitcoin daily chart, we basically have 1, 2, and we have 3 coming down. And we ask ourselves, this is the 4th, where's the 5th? Where the heck is the 5th one coming down? And we haven't found it. And Ripple is actually the same boat as well right now, where we're trying to look for the 5th wave, but is simply not found right now. So what we're going to try to do is deduce it and see if we can actually get a valid count in here right now. So the way I'm seeing this is the beginning of 1. This is all of a corrective pattern in here, okay? All corrective pattern. Maybe even up to right here, you can say, right around there, but we'll see if this makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that actually does make sense as well. But here, I more so call this entire region in general a corrective zone for an A, B, C, D, E type of pattern here. A, B, C. Yeah, so this is a descending triangle, right? This is a descending triangle. That's making basically an A, B, sorry. I'm just trying to count it right here. Okay, so the best way to count this one would probably be, this is the first wave coming down. So then this would be A, that would be C, or sorry, A, B, and C coming down. And then of course, upon impact of C, sometimes it makes a D, and if it does bounce, then we get an E point for a descending triangle, and then we work our way down. And it happens all the time, guys. It happens so commonly that it's amazing to play these, right? So if this is kind of forming in here like that, and I'm going to show you the pattern in here. So let's say we isolated it like that, right? We're kind of isolating it, and what we see here is that it's more forming a descending triangle than it is an ascending one, right? Or it's more like a flat even, you can say. So these are really fun patterns to play that can be incredibly profitable, and you short it right up there. Now, what is the rest of the count? That is very important to distinguish. The rest of the count, to me, goes something like this. If this was 1, all of this is 2, right? This is now 3, and this is 4, and there's now another 5th one somewhere. Somewhere we don't know where it is. We're going to try to use some targets like this, using target 1 to 2. And what we see, first of all, is that the wave 3 hit target. Wave 3 hit absolutely 100% target right here. So we choose a 1-to-1 extension first, or slightly higher than it, and in this case it's lower than it, if you know what I mean. It's counterintuitive, right? I'm actually going to close my position for Bitcoin because I don't want to be in it anymore. Yeah, so I'm up $74 if you guys saw that. Is it still going up? It's still ticking? Yeah, it's still ticking. I don't need to close my position yet. It's all good. So then the second target that we like to target on the very 5th one is the 1618, right around here. So if Bitcoin is doing its correction phase right now, why can we not assume that Ripple is also going to be taken down with it as well, right? And we're also looking for a 5th wave, and we use these Fibonacci extensions to get targets, and this target was nailed. It was nailed. If you guys shorted it using this method of extensions, you would have made yourself a lot of money, and I use these targets all the time, guys, and it's sick how profitable they are. So I'm gonna show you guys an example again, okay? A Fibonacci extension right here. So Fibonacci extension, you take it from here to here to here. So from here to here to here. So A, BC, I'm just calling it the first, second, and third point, and then you short it where it gets to this peak right here, or even on breakout for confirmation. Target 1-to-1 for your wave 3, right? Or for a small subwave, and maybe even a 1-to-1 for this one down there. Actually, who am I kidding? This one here, we would be targeting here first, yes, right? But that is wave 3. So we realized this actually ended up extending a little bit more. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is, give me a second, actually, give me a second. Alrighty, sorry about that. Then the next thing we do is, we try to target around the 1618 for the wave 5 one. And it's always what I do. Some people shoot higher, some people shoot lower. It really depends on the person as well and what they decide to do. So a lot of people will target the 161.8 for just wave 3, but what I do is I target the 161.8 for wave 5, right? So then this one right here, I like to target a little bit lower or higher depending on if you're longing, right? On the short side, if you're in a bear market, you would target lower number, if you know what I mean, which is between the 100 and 161.8. So that's usually how I do it. And wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest. So what I do is I target slightly lower than the 1-to-1 extension to ensure that, when I say lower, keep in mind in a bear market, I'm talking about greater, okay? I target a little bit lower to make sure it fits that criteria. And surely enough, it hit it. So the first target, guys, that we're actually going to use for the next one is 49 cents. I hate to say it, but 49 cents sounds like a very reasonable number in my personal opinion. And it's reasonable because that's how we target for a long. Why would it be any different than targeting for a short, right? So that's how I'm 100% seeing it as well right now. There's got to be another wave, guys. I have no other choice but to see another wave first of all. And the correction zone is in the last area where there's a lot of activity, which is basically all around this range right here. So take a look. I'm just going to extend this green box out like that. So we're seeing a lot of activity in this region right there, long wick over here, and also right here. So I'm factoring in that Bitcoin is going to correct further in a few days or a week, depending on what kind of target it reaches. And because I expected to do that, unfortunately, guys, I also expect Ripple to follow in the same path as well. So if I take my extension now, you guys will notice here that it pretty much reached almost a dead cat bounce level already. Not quite just yet, but you know what, Bitcoin did the exact same thing pretty much, where it barely reached a reasonable target there. Barely, we're talking about reached it, okay? So give me a second, I'll be right back. So those are my kind of quick thoughts, I suppose, on Ripple. Once again, because Bitcoin still needs to correct further, I expect 100% that Ripple will follow in the same suit. Now, I don't know how much higher this will get. Don't get me wrong, okay? I mean, for all we know, this could be an ascending triangle, right? It could be an ascending triangle with it looking like that. But we see Bitcoin right now uptrending a little bit. But at the end of the day, right now, Bitcoin is it's actually in a downwards channel. Let me show you guys what I mean. Okay, if we look on a 30-minute chart, just as an example, we see that Bitcoin is actually coming down here right now, right? So how could we assume anything otherwise that it's just going to end up making its way down over here, probably pop up a little bit, then make its way down to about 6K again in my other analysis that I've done already. So I do expect Ripple to follow the same suit in a few weeks. Like for maybe the next few days, I might be neutral. In a few days, my bias would be definitely bearish, and then next week, even bearish as well. But long term, I want to be clear that I'm bullish, okay guys? So those are my quick thoughts doing an Elliott wave analysis. I count this once again as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I do expect one more touchdown there. It's really hard to argue with this count right now, right? It's almost literally perfect from how, I'm not saying I did it perfect. What I am saying is that the chart itself is perfect. And anyone who's an experienced technical analyst with Elliott Wave, I think that they would actually agree with me on here. Not because I think I'm right, but because it's so hard to disagree with this count right now, right? It's like super, super hard to disagree with it right now. Do you guys want to see me take some profit? Watch. Just watch, guys. Just watch me make $100. There you go. Come on. There you go. The wall loosened up right there. I'm going to actually tweet as well. I'm going to tweet really quickly, don't mind. I actually forgot to tweet this as well. Oh well, that's alright. So anyways, I'm just going to get my order here now and see what we can do. I'm just going to go to 31. There we go. I made $133, guys, right there. 133 bucks. Awesome. It's easy to make money in the market, no matter what. Yes, sorry about that. I had to manage my position there really quickly and tweet about it as well. I'm not sure if I said that already in my other... I pause it and I forget what I say sometimes, so I apologize. But you guys have to remember that my channel is very different than other channels. I'm not here to give you guys buy and sell signals, right? I'm here to show you guys from 100% transparency that trading is easy, guys. It really is easy as long as you maintain a lot of discipline and you also keep practicing and you don't stop, okay? And if you keep doing this, guys, I assure you that you'll be a good trader. I want to make sure that you guys see what I'm doing. I tweet my positions, okay? I've got 100% transparency. I don't tweet all of my wins because that'd be ridiculous if I tweeted every single win and loss, right? So, you know, when I find a chance, of course I'm going to tweet it as well and show you guys them. But the main goal of my channel is to show you guys how to become better traders, not to throw fish at you guys. I want you guys to know that with hard work that it can become very easy to trade. So those are my quick thoughts on Ripple, guys. Like, I'm hoping, first of all, you know, for a bounce anywhere between 50 and 60 cents. That's my correction target, guys. 50 and 60 cents, okay? And now, don't get me wrong, we can still uptrend a tiny bit more. But it doesn't matter if we uptrend even a tiny bit more, in my personal opinion, because we're going to face a big correction in the long run anyways with Bitcoin. Well, not the long run, but the short term to medium term when Bitcoin starts to correct again. So based on all of my Elliot wave counts, I cannot help but think to myself that we are, guys, we are going to get another extended correction down to over here. And if Bitcoin reaches 45 to 5,500, we'll definitely see Ripple like around the 50-cent range. And, you know, we'll go from there. We'll talk about different scenarios down the road again, okay? I'll keep you guys updated down the road, but you guys need to understand that Bitcoin right now is still going to correct based on all the signs out there, okay? All the signs are pointing to a correction still. We're having a lot of bearish pressure. We can't even break a 382 Fibonacci level. This looks nasty already, in my opinion. It looks like an ascending triangle, right? And it might very well break up. But how much will it break up? That is the question. How much will it break up? If it does break up, I mean, you guys can expect a target of around maybe 87 cents. 87 cents for a dead cat bounce. But I wouldn't expect anything more than that. And then after that, we'll most likely end up correcting to 49 cents. I'm very sorry for saying that, guys. I'm completely unbiased. I'm not even going to trade Ripple. I'm not going to do anything with it at all. All that I'm doing this is for you guys, right? I'm not going to hold Ripple. I just want to give you guys my 2 cents. That's completely unbiased, and I'm not going to factor in any fundamentals into my analysis ever. Notice I didn't even mention fundamentals in this TA of mine, right? I want to make sure you guys can discern the difference between fundamental and technical analysis. So other than that, traders, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I would also appreciate if you guys upvoted it on Steemit if you enjoy the material. Other than that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the content as well. And if you guys especially would like to let me know I'm doing a great job in the community, you're welcome to buy me a lunch, or Luna a lunch, or beer. Luna doesn't drink beer, I was just joking about that. You're welcome to buy me a beer and donate to the cryptocurrency piggy bank. You don't need to, trust me. I'm cool, guys. But who doesn't like it when someone buys them a lunch? It's the sweetest thing someone can do. So other than that, baby whales and tiny little dolphins, I love seeing that. It's so cute. You guys have yourselves a great day, and we will talk about Ripple a lot more down the road when Bitcoin figures out what it's about to do, okay? So stay safe and cautious in the next few days to a week. Be careful, guys. I feel something happening in the market, and every analyst does as well. There's no way we're gonna just magically start to uptrend. The volume just does not exist right now, okay? So in my analysis, I was mainly doing price action and Elliott wave. And in my next video, I'll get to MACD and RSIs as well for this, most likely tomorrow. Okay, bye guys. Have a good night.